Okay, you want to welcome it? Okay. Let's see.
Good evening. It's 7 o'clock and I am calling the February 4th, 2021 regular town council meeting to order. We need to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Hopefully you can see our flag or you have one at home. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sue, I understand you're here. Could you do the roll call, please?
So
Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you, Sue.
Okay. Mary Ann Rosa,
Here.
Jonathan Ramsey,
Here.
Ken Demers, Robert DeSena, Jeffrey Desmaris,
Here.
Anthony DeBona,
Here.
Louis Raza, Robert Vitalik,
Here.
and Rachel Ryan.
Rachel's trying to get on right now. She just sent me a text. She's having some trouble logging in.
We didn't hear Herm either,
They're on there though.
or Lou. Can you unmute Lou and Herm?
She could only ask.
Mary Ann, could you hear me now?
Can hear you now. Yes, Lou. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm here as well. I'm assuming you can see.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. So the only one we are missing is Ken Demers, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And I think we can hear her now.
It's now time for public comment. If anyone would like to address the board. How do we tell?
I'm gonna look right now. All right, we have two people raising their hands.
All right, two people apparently. Can you tell who they are?
Yep. All right, we have Brandon Emmerich,
Yep, so click allow to talk.
and then I'm just looking for the other one.
That's it. Other than
Okay.
distracted.
All right, Brandon, we understand you're available and wish to address the council.
The town council, and I'm wondering if that can be put in the agenda to talk about next meeting.
Would you be kind enough to repeat that because you were not coming through at the beginning of your comments?
Oh, sorry. So I just sent my sustainability initiative for Watertown to the town council chair, and I'm wondering if that can be put on the agenda to discuss next meeting.
It will be put on once all council members have had a chance to review it and it's appropriate for the agenda.
Okay,
We'll
awesome.
We'll
Thank you.
get to it as soon as we can.
All right.
Anyone else there?
I'm going through them right now. I don't see anybody else. Do you see anybody else? Oh, here's right here. Alan Nickel. I'm going to allow you to talk. Go ahead.
Al, did you wish to address the council?
Yes, I would.
Yes, please.
I got just a couple of easy questions, I think. What's the status of the sale of the old town hall is one of them. Another suggestion, in the boards and commission list on the websites, we have the phone numbers. It would be very handy to have people's emails addresses also. If that could be done, that would be terrific. And the next question I have is about the bid waivers. Number one, I'm not sure why we needed the bid waivers. Can somebody explain why they needed a bid waiver? And the next question is, I thought some of this money, or at least most of this money, was already allocated in the bonding for the town hall. I was assured that there was enough money in the FF&E to take care of some of these items, especially the audiovisual. If not, then we'll have to pay for them, I suppose. But exactly what is it going to buy us when we say audiovisuals? How many cameras, how many speakers, what sort of capabilities is it going to be? Thank you.
All right, we'll get to that later in the agenda.
Okay.
Is there anyone else there, Lisa, that you can see that wants to talk to us?
Yeah, thank you. I have. I'm not seeing any more hands up, Mary Ann.
All right, we're not seeing any further indication on our control panel that there's someone else looking to address the council.
Okay.
We're all set. All right, public participation therefore is closed, and we'll move on to the minutes.
I move to approve the special town meeting minutes for January 4th, 2021.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I believe that was Lou.
Lou Raz is second.
Thank you. Does anyone have any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Is there anyone abstaining?
I abstain.
Jeff Damaris abstains.
I move to approve the regular meeting minutes for January 4th, 2021.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
I second.
Rachel, Ryan seconded. Do we have any corrections?
I believe Jeff Desmarais needs to be added to the list of town council members that were present.
Was he sworn in after
I was sworn in after the start of the meeting. I think that's why I'm not on there.
the start? Okay,
So I think,
well, we'll add your name, Jeff.
Okay.
Anyone else have any other corrections? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Motion passes unanimously. Next on the agenda is comments from the chair. We have a resignation letter from a member of the Planning and Zoning Commission, Anthony Diesel. We have a resignation letter from Saber Sarandria LaRusso as a member of the Park and Rec Commission. And we have a letter from Deborah Giannetti with regard to the COVID vaccine and her feelings about inoculations. And we also, to the town's email, we had a proposal that came in on sustainability that the town manager will address further and council members will be given a copy of. We had a question and a suggestion relative to the town chart and the boards and commissions. And we heard an additional suggestion tonight with regard to the boards and commissions. And we had a suggestion relative to the planning and zoning's potential update in their bylaws. All of those have been acknowledged and will be addressed if an answer is warranted. Move on now to the town manager's report, if you would, Mr. Ramo.
he's muted. Mark?
Lisa, he's muted.
Yeah, he has to unmute himself.
You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
So I probably should repeat myself then. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and members of the Town Council. Mark Ramo, Town Manager. I have a few things I'd like to report on tonight. As far as the budget, we've conducted our first and second round budget meetings with department heads. They are completed. We have yet to receive word from the state on the municipal state aid amount. And as soon as I become aware of that amount, I will let you know. We're still in negotiations with the White Collar Union. We're scheduled to meet this week, and we'll be working on signing off on already agreed upon language. In addition to those sign-offs, as you might expect, we will continue to work through the remaining items. I will have a better feel for our direction after the next meeting. Our safety committee met in January. All staff have completed the mandatory sexual harassment training, and we have decided to put off defensive driving training at this time based on COVID-19 issues. As far as COVID-19, I updated the COVID-19 policy to reflect an opt-in position to extend the CARES Act through March 31st, 2021. The extension provides staff up to 10 days paid leave for those infected by COVID-19 or quarantined due to an exposure. The extension is only for those staff members that have not used the days prior. We are still responding to a need for COVID-19 test sites by offering 2 dates in February, the 13th and the 20th. And just as a reminder, the test site location is the Watertown High School, 195 French Street. We will be partnering with Waterbury Hospital to set up a COVID-19 vaccine site, which was tentatively scheduled to start on February 13th, 2021. With an inconsistent availability of vaccines, we have postponed opening our clinic, but are set up and ready to go as soon as vaccine availability stabilizes. The location of our clinic will be at the Watertown Town Hall, 61 Echo Lake Road. We will evaluate vaccine availability and increase dates and times if needed. We expect to continue the clinic until the market is no longer there, and costs associated with this mission are reimbursable through FEMA. I've attended many commission meetings over the last month, which include the Board of Education, Zoning Board of Appeals, Inland Wetlands, Police Commission, and Public Works Subcommittee. There are many new members to our boards and commissions, and I will be looking into opportunities for those members wishing to be trained or refreshed on FOIA and/or Robert's rules in the coming months. Our social media platform, I don't know if all of you have been following our Facebook page, but we've created some public service announcements. We've created addressing COVID-19 and have been posted those items to the social media page. As our social media following continues to grow, it gives us a better platform to quickly communicate with our residents. As you may have noticed, we've continued to provide informative messaging to the public regarding COVID-19, PPP loan information for the businesses, public work advisements, informative PowerPoint presentations, which were created by planning and zoning, as well as important information from other trusted sources. We've had a great response from business owners interested in participating in our Merchant Monday campaign, highlighting local participating merchants. I've been taking part in CCM's legislative committee meetings and have been monitoring legislative work that may potentially have an effect on Watertown and its citizens. I was alerted by Joe Seacrest of Economic Development of a bill that was submitted to adjust pilot payments to the towns and cities. I have been in communication with Representative Joe Paletta's office to monitor this particular bill, and I will keep you apprised of any changes that may affect us in Watertown. There are 2 new initiatives that I'd like to introduce to the council. One has already been addressed in public participation, which is the Sustainability Act, and the other is the Municipal EV Readiness Blueprint. It's a 2021 action plan. I'm considering taking part in the Municipal Electric Vehicle Readiness Initiative. Currently, there are 60 towns that have been a part of this initiative. Our land use administrator, Mark Musad, has attended some of the seminars in 2020. The program components require us to create an EV team, build a cohort, attend meetings, and utilize course materials to implement the initiative. Watertown can start looking at EV readiness areas such as zoning, building, and permitting, and at some point explore EV vehicles for appropriate municipal vehicles. I also today attended a CCM event, My Town Cares, local efforts to address and prevent homelessness. I know in Watertown, we really don't have a homelessness issue, but I think it's important that we start to talk about being proactive and taking part in the Sustainability Connecticut effort. This particular initiative positions Watertown to react swiftly and efficiently to address homelessness. As we start to think about homelessness, it is not only the person without a home sleeping under a bridge, but it can be the person sheltered at a friend or relative's home without a permanent place to stay. While Watertown departments and staff have responded positively to assist individuals in need, this effort will renew conversations to educate the public and remind staff of resources. This initiative, along with the EV Readiness Program, better positions Watertown for planning and economic development initiatives. Just as a final note, a sad note, Mary Canty had passed away on January 25th, 2021, at the age of 90 years old. Mrs. Canty served 20 years from January 1974 to January of 1994 as our town clerk. She was a longtime resident of Watertown. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you for your comments, and particularly thank you for reminding me about Mary. I'd like to have a moment of silence in her honor right now, if we could, please. Thank you. Let's move on to the agenda, new business. Appointments to boards and commissions.
I move to reappoint Lou Esposito, 1346 Litchfield Road, Watertown, as a constable for a term to expire January 2022.
Do we have a second?
I
Second.
second that.
Lou.
Lou was first, I believe.
I think
Lou has a second.
we had three, actually. Go ahead.
All those in favor of the appointment, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The appointment is unanimous.
I move to appoint Heather Hayes, 103 Cutler Street, Watertown, as a constable for a term to expire January 2022. This appointment is to fill the vacancy created by the expired term of Carl Mancini.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Anthony?
I had, yes, yeah, it was Anthony, yes.
Okay.
That was me.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The appointment is unanimous.
I move to appoint Jeff Franson, 410 Plunges Road, Watertown, as a member of the Board of Tax Assessment Appeals for a term to expire January 2024.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
Rachel. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The appointment passes unanimously.
I move to appoint Douglas E. Ansel, 188 Honey Hill Road, Watertown, as a member of the Building Code Board of Appeals for a term to expire January 2024.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Is there anyone that is abstaining? The appointment passes unanimously.
I move to appoint Mary Ida
Colangelo.
Calangio, 54 Cannon Ridge Drive, Watertown, as a member of the Commission on Aging for a term to expire January 2023. This appointment is to fill the vacancy created by the expired term of Kathleen Williams.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Rachel.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Is there anyone abstaining? The appointment is unanimous.
I move to appoint Deborah Hughes, 86 Westview Drive, Oakville, as a member of the Public Building Committee for a term to expire January 2024. This appointment is to fill the spot of Mark Guerrera, who was a Democrat and now a Republican.
Do we have a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? Is there anyone abstaining? The appointment is unanimous. Move on to item B.
I move to set a virtual special town meeting to be virtually held on February
Should say 15.
15th, 2021 at 6:30 PM to consider an appropriation in the amount of $148,085 for the Hemingway School renovation to Watertown Town Hall project.
It is the 16th, the 15th is a holiday.
Oh,
Change that to February 16th.
February 16th, 15th is a holiday.
President's Day.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Okay. We need discussion on this and some explanation. How do I say this? When we approved the dollars for the town hall project, we deleted items in order to maintain the costs we were going to incur. One of the items, a large sizable item that we deleted, was the visual live stream setup in the council chambers, which we now realize should have been included, but was not. So the money was not there for that, and that is one of the items that has to be put on. There are some other things that have come up, safety items, since the building has been completed. There has been notation of a need for awning over a door where there is some leakage of water. So there's necessary repairs, safety, and the big item being the live streaming item, which we want to do to make it available to the public. Obviously, at the special town meeting, everyone will be giving a detailed list of what's on that, what comprises that $148,000. So everyone will have the details when we meet that night. Anyone have any questions that we can answer now?
I just have a
Yes.
quick question. Is this appropriation coming from the general fund?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Anyone else? All those in favor of setting the meeting date, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion passes unanimously.
Move to approve the bid waiver for an audiovisual system design and installation for the town council chambers from DNR Laboratories, Westbury Park Road, Watertown, for an amount not to exceed $51,938.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Thank you. This is the design we're talking about. Any questions,
Roy could answer some.
comments?
I have a question.
Madam-
Go ahead, Rachel, go ahead first.
As I said, Madam Chairwoman, the bid waiver, if it's approved, would just go into effect if the amount that's requested from B on the agenda is approved at the public meeting.
That's correct.
Thank you.
I have a question. What is the reason for this particular bid waiver? Is it a time issue or is it something that was agreed upon? Why I'm just.
No, I believe they have been involved in all the audiovisual issues within the town hall, so that we have the same firm handling all of our equipment connections.
I think Roy has some more, he would be able to answer that too as well.
I'm
Madam
sorry.
Chair,
Yep, Roy.
Yes, Roy.
Madam Chair, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
The reason that we're proposing DNR laboratories for the work, it's for the design and the installation of the actual materials. Number one, it's a custom design. Number two, they are a Watertown firm with an excellent reputation. And number three, that's the firm that the Board of Education is currently using with great success. And I believe they're the ones that actually did all the work up at the Watertown High School for the AV system there. So they're a known quantity. They provide quality product. It is a specialty product, and we've had very good success with their product.
Thank you. Anyone else? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Is there anyone abstaining? The motion to grant the bid waiver has passed unanimously.
I move to approve a bid waiver for an additional interior and exterior cameras, motion sensors, and emergency alarm systems to be installed in the Watertown Town Hall by Integrated Technical Systems, Inc. of Wallingford for an amount not to exceed $61,697.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. This was the safety issue I mentioned. Roy, did you want to address this at all?
Yes, Madam Chair, Roy Kavanaugh, Director of Public Works. The firm Integrated Technical Systems, Inc. is the firm that did all of the other security work at the Hemingway, the former Hemingway building for the new Watertown Town Hall. They've been through Burlington contractors. They were selected as low bidder through Burlington. As I said, they did the original work. They're doing some work as we speak, some modifications. And the reason that we are doing the work is subsequent to our moving into the building. We being the Watertown Police Department, conducted a detailed physical survey and analysis of the security needs and existing systems in Town Hall. As a result, the police department generated some specific recommendations, and we got a proposal to implement those recommendations from this firm.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions?
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Yes, Rachel.
I'm just curious about why this didn't come up during the planning of the building, and it seems like it's a logical thing to have this type of an alarm system. Is there an explanation for that?
I can't answer you as to why it didn't come up. We believe we had all the safety precautions in place that were needed, but obviously the police department found some additional once the building was finished and occupied. Anyone else? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion for the bid waiver passes unanimously.
I move to approve a bid waiver extending New England Materials Testing Lab LLC's low bid from May 21st, 2020 for our on-call materials testing.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
Anyone have any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion for the bid waiver passes unanimously.
I move to refer a proposed ordinance for the discharge of roof leaders, footing drains, and other discharges into town sidewalks and roadways to the ordinance committee.
All right, I'm going to speak to this, second first.
I second it.
Okay, I'm going to speak to this. Several council people have asked me to have this go back to Public Works for further discussion before it goes on to ordinance. So I'm going to refer it back to Public Works And maybe the town manager and I can get involved in that discussion before it goes on to ordinance. We need to clarify a few things so that the ordinance committee knows exactly what we're trying to accomplish. So at this time, if we have a motion,
I move to table,
postpone discussion to a further meeting.
so moved.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor of postponing?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
I move to approve an appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $2,785.97 for police overtime. Funds reimbursed through a grant from the FBI for gang task force and littering, speeding, and cell phone compliance activities.
Is there a second?
Second.
Does anyone have any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Is anybody opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion passes unanimously for approval of the funds.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing an appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $26,132.12 for tax refunds.
Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion for the tax refunds passes unanimously.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing tax refunds.
Is there a motion
Second.
for the resolution? Second.
I'll second
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? The motion passes unanimously. The motion to adjourn,
So moved.
we have a second.
I'll second that.
Second.
All those in favor,
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
night, stay well.
Everybody.
Thank you.